The Sentinels lost their last game against the Golden Eagles. Can Mexico City do it again? Find out next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It's contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go in Mexico City. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. They're brought out by a rookie known for his incredible arm strength. It's the 6th-rounder from Tennessee, Joe Milton.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he's brought down. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. Players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Bringing him out to #1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing, it's Jameis Winston.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on that play. And it sets up first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Saquon Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward about 3 yards. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. They're long for him here. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Golden Eagles getting their punter out there. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Sentinels and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And that one is for a gain of 11. And that gives them the first. Throwing off the play fake here. Out of the pocket. He takes it himself. Gets out of the way after stringing together on that run. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They go action on first. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact. That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. And he knocked him back across the line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Throwing from the gun here. Rolling left, Bite, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them back. 2nd down coming up.
Woo! I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back and was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's come behind the line for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
And he'll only just stay out of his own end zone down at the 1. Nothing for them there. Maybe 1 yard. That's going to be 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he gets his guys a few yards. They bring down on the return. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Milton to throw. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Milton. Caught by the open man. And that is a touchdown. The Sentinels go 6-0 here in the first. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best question. But on the side, gosh, basically, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Sentinels will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Escapes out to the left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Golden Eagles reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They start the drive with Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle. NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. They have second down behind the sticks. That's incomplete, trying to set up a screen there. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Milton escapes the pocket. He has all day back there.
On the grade sheet, we called this messed up beyond all recognition. He leaves the pocket in search of greener pastures. There's nothing to be had.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Golden Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Shotguns looking to throw. Has the connection to Jones. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion here. 2nd and 1. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one gains 7. And they're going to have a 1st down. They're going play action. Look at all this time. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
From the gun, it's Hall. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Milton back to throw. Gage makes the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He gets this one to Nakua. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. To throw, Milton. His pass caught by Nakua. And he's taken down at the 30. The rookie from Tennessee found that opening, ends up with a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. The good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Milton now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Peyton Wilson in there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Caught near the goal line. And he gets the 1st down before being taken down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
The back got it. And in for the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when we think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Sentinels break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense is back to the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Just out to his right. He tucks it and takes off.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Fred Warner. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Winston now. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st down, ball at the 36. Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Milton. Forced out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. 12 on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Now Milton to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Sentinels take a 13-point lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're off to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Winston. And there it's Malik Neighbors. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. They'll run here, following the penalty. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. A.J. Terrell making that stop. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That's incomplete over the middle. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's Winston to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. Here's Winston. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. Now we're going to get an offense out, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. One falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Trying to force one through there. And now they're left with 4th and short. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Robinson in motion right. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, in that zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That is the halfway points, and the visiting Sentinels taking a lead to enter. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Bushman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at 39. So they're off. Have it first to begin quarter 3. That passing they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this step 2 as they chase this lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Escapes the pocket. He keeps it and takes it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. And he works at 41. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be a 1st down. They go to Barkley again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's got to gain a 6 there. Ivan Pace to stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Barkley. And don't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and long for him here. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. On to try the field goal, Harrison Butker. This from 40 on the right hash. Up and good from Chip. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he gets him around 6 there. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one easy for the first. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful. I raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. This one finds Gage. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the point. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
We call that down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing now, Milton. Throw finds DeMarcus Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets this to the 22 before being stopped. And 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Milton back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll run here, it's Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
To throw, Milton. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flush down out to his left. And they take this score. The Sentinels push their lead further to start the half. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Extra point is Santos. And the Sentinels lead by 15 now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Charlie Jones' turn. And he's going to make this 28 before going down. His defense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Drive starts with a throw left complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second down, 7 to go. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't enough. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. He fields it cleanly. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Milton. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. On comes the Sentinels punter. Trenton Gill, the one to kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is too far. Their offense running back now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Back now, pressure on its way. Completes this one to Otten. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Right, and hauled in by Jones. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing is Winston. Able to find Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Winston. still going. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there. Look at the ball in your hands. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. He's on the move. He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. 2nd and 3 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Taking a run with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Golden Eagles can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown! That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score is away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Sentinels are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Now Milton to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He gets this one in Nakua. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on 1st. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Milton. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Coming right is Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Able to hit Hall, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down give to Hall. He gets the first and more inside the 20. Barrels in for the touchdown. The Sentinels go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Breece Hall with the touchdown. This was a clear passing down, Brock, and the run surprised all of us, and there it goes for a touchdown.
That's well said. Rewarded for going against the grain. Common sense analytics tell you throw it, but the surprise paid dividends.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Sentinels lead by 15 now. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And they finally bring him down after a huge return in the territory.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get him, and that includes on special teams. He's had a kick sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made a play with that one.
This offense ready to get going again now. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Jones reels it in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. And we get a pause here for an injured player as we see Zay Jones shake it up. He's being looked at following the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Robinson in motion right. From the 32. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down right along the 30. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Adoree Jackson makes the play.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their covering the quarterback to the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Hall once more. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Sentinels, moments away from their 4th win of the year. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Milton now. He's on the move. He's running for it. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Ball at the 33 for first down. Hall running between the tackles. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on second down. They go right back to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Hall. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Sentinels as we say adios from Mexico City.